The Amazon Echo Dot version 2.0 has just been released. Today, we're going to add 3 of them into my house and see how these little guys can improve the Alexa experience. Stay tuned. Hi again, John Stone, the DIY Smart Home Guy. By now, you've probably seen my other videos that show how I integrated the Amazon Echo into my smart home. If you want to see a list of videos on this topic, click here. I purchased 3 of the new Echo Dots, and today I plan to use these to improve the voice control in my smart home. In this video, we're going to compare the Dot to the Echo and then walk through how we will use them in each of the rooms. Other than general voice control, our usage of the Echo Dot in each room will be different. When you look at the Dot next to her big sister, you can see quite a difference in the size. This is mainly due to the speaker that sits inside the Echo. The new version of the Dot has repurposed the LED light ring. It no longer controls the volume, and now it's just an indicator that lets you know she's listening. Volume is controlled on the Dot by the volume up and volume down buttons located on the top of the unit. I've talked to several people that believe that the Dot will not have an internal speaker. This is not the case. There is a small speaker built into the Dot. It's essentially a cell phone quality speaker. However, it's not anywhere near the quality of the speaker that sits inside the big Echo. So here's how I plan to use the Alexa Sisters.
In our master bedroom, we have 2 quirky pivot-powered Genius power strips and the GE LED light, which we control through our smart home hub. Now that we've added the additional Dots, we're moving the big Echo to our bedroom dresser to give us voice control and music in the bedroom. Using our voice-controlled voice shortcut, when we say, "Alexa, turn Goodnight on," Alexa triggers the routine that turns the lights off in our bedroom and master bath. For music, I just say, "Alexa, play classic rock."
Here's a station for classic rock music. Classic rock.
So obviously, we'll use it for more than just those commands while we're in the bedroom, but that's pretty much the staple of what we'll be doing from day to day. Now we're going to transition into the living room area.
The living room has several smart switches. They include the entry lights at the front door, the stairs and the coat closet, the switch that controls the living room fan and lights next to our couch, and finally, my bar light. I placed the new Dot on the end table between my couches primarily to control the scenes in our living room.
So with a single command, I can turn multiple lights on and off at the same time. For example, if I want to bring on all of the living room lights, I say, "Alexa, turn on the living room lights."
Okay.
And you see multiple lights around my living room area come on. When it's time to watch a movie and we want to bring several lights down and turn other lights off, I just say, "Alexa, turn movie night on."
Okay.
So it's a pretty handy way to control multiple lights at one time, and that's what makes voice control so great. Having the individual Dots located in each room is very powerful, and it's something that we're already enjoying just 24 hours into the experience. So as a part of my configuration, I have about 15 shortcuts that are tied into the Amazon Echo, and all of these are accessible from each one of the Dots. So it doesn't matter what room I'm in, each one of them can control everything in my smart home. And as I mentioned, each one of these has a different purpose, which is why I've located each one in their present position. Another use for the Echo in my living room is the audio feature. Now it is Bluetooth streaming, so it's not the highest quality audio, but since I don't have the large speaker like I do have on the big Echo, I can actually use the little Echo or the Dot to stream music to my entertainment system. So when you have a Bluetooth audio receiver paired with your Echo Dot, it's as simple as saying, "Alexa, play John's classic rock."
Here's a station for classic rock music. Classic rock.
So by turning the Bluetooth on and off, this is how I'm controlling whether or not I'm using the speaker inside the Echo or the speakers that are coming through my surround sound system. And by casting it over to the surround sound system, now I can get my favorite music off any channel, whether it be Spotify or Amazon Prime, and I can just put that up on my surround sound. So now let's move over to the kitchen and see how we're using the Echo there. "Alexa, turn living room lights on."
Okay.
In the kitchen, we have the main switch that controls the kitchen lights, the switches for the Nook light and the Nook ceiling fan, the switch for the laundry room, and the modules that control our greenhouse lights.
So the use profile in the kitchen is a little bit different. We can use it to set timers. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Starting now.
So that's pretty handy when you're baking something or you want to keep track of something, but we can also use the same voice control. For example, I can say, Alexa, turn the greenhouse lights on.
Okay.
Pretty fast, pretty responsive, and when I only had one Echo in the house, to control the various aspects of the lighting around the house, I had to yell across the room or walk from one room into another room. Now I could just speak in a normal voice. And it's way more handy than when I only had the single Echo sitting out in the living room area. We can also use the Echo to convert units of measurement. Alexa, convert 5 ounces into grams.
5 ounces is 141.75 grams.
There you go. And when I come upstairs to go to work in my office, I just ask Alexa, turn my office on.
Okay.
And everything lights up. And this is done with the dot that sits right on top of my desk. So when I'm finished working for the evening, I just say, Alexa, turn my office off.
Okay.
Sorry for the surprise scenery change and the wardrobe change. I had a last-minute trip that took me out of town before I could finish recording this video, but I wanted to get this out as close to the release of the all-new Echo Dots as possible. And as you can see, using these more affordable Echo Dots to expand voice control in my home greatly improved the ease of interacting with my home automation. Given the price point of the devices, adding these into your home is definitely on my recommended to-do list. You can find a purchase link for the Echo Dot right here or in the comments below. And remember, you don't need the full-size Echo for these to work in your house. I hope you enjoyed the video. For more reviews, tips, and DIY videos, visit azhb.com. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click like. If you know someone that would be interested in this video, please feel free to share. And you can follow me on Facebook or Twitter. Both are at DIY Smart Home Guy. Until next time, cheers.